Today we're looking for redemption with the 9mm S45. What is up, guys? Macabespeed coming at ya. Absolute swarm of bees in the trees above me, so I'm keeping a low profile for the day. But an absolutely action-packed episode for you today. In the last episode with the S45 9mm variety, it pretty much fell on its face because the trigger refused to reset. Even now I don't have a trigger. Do I have a buffer tube issue? No buffer tube issue, but no trigger either. No trigger. No trigger. Now I have a trigger. It's going to be a shorter, quicker episode because I haven't even put a single round through this beast, but I want to prove to you guys the 9mm variety of the S45 hopefully is as capable as has been convincing me that it is on my end. I know somehow over the last year or two I've kind of become the poster boy for the S45s, but you know, I love them. If you give them a little bit of respect and you give them a little bit of love and you give them a little bit of massaging, they can literally be the best semi-automatic air rifle on the planet. If you don't have that kind of time, if you don't have that kind of patience, if you don't have that kind of mechanical inclination to go ahead and invest in a project, this ain't the air rifle for you. Can't stress it enough. It's not a beginner's tool. This is not a beginner's tool. But for those of you out there who have a little bit of wherewithal and experience with air rifles, hopefully you'll be able to suss out the issues that you've seen on this channel and get to the true enjoyment of ownership of an S45. Let's see if this is a good one. Same as last time, I'm only running the approved ammunition straight from Jim at Texoma Precision Pellets. In the 457 S45s, I've pretty much put anything in the magazine that fits. Not this time, not this case. I'm not going to get accused of breaking another one. I've gotten accused of that 100,000 times. So what we've gone ahead and done is put approved ammunition in 2 magazines, preloaded them 100%. I have an empty magazine that's got no rounds in it whatsoever to fatigue that spring. If these jam, I'm going to say nothing, load this unloaded one up, and continue my test. But hopefully we'll get some really good performance today out of this Bintac 9mm. Just a note, we're only at about 3,800 PSI right now because of the fact that I'm close to the end of my filming day and out of air. Do have my tank here so we can keep it around this level, but this is about the maximum level we'll be able to get it to. Come on, Ben, don't let me down. Right side target. No velocity. We'll move over a little bit. I do want the velocity. I feel like my trigger reset just now. 760 did reset. 716. Can it go faster? Good numbers. Is it out? It's out of ammo, so 648 on the last shot, and I did get all the way through a magazine with no foibles. That's actually really cool. That's really cool. Will it do a second one? No edit. Oh, that's loose already. Shit, that's gonna be a problem. Why is this pin coming out? Oh my god. Fire. She'll spit out 2 magazines with no problems, no hangups, and no stoppages. Let's look at where we're at with the gun reliability-wise. 597 on that final shot there. We are at about 2,200, 2,500 PSI, right about the point where things get sketchy pressure-wise on these. The valve pin is very sensitive to pressures. If you go below a certain pressure level, the pressure differential will become too much for the internals to handle, and it will dump everything out the barrel. Air, ammo, whatever's in the way, it's leaving the party, right? So definitely don't want to run this down past about 2,000 to 2,100 PSI. Go ahead and top this thing back up, fill all my magazines with ammunition, and just see what happens. I'm really happy with the fact that I got a trigger reset out of this one, and it bodes well for the platform, right? It's like I said last week in the comment section, it was the luck of the draw. And people were like, well, it should work better than that. And I'm like, it should, right? It should. All of them should work out of the box. But I think the fact that we're seeing this one run after the first one didn't means that we're on the right track. So sad. This is like the only episode I'll be able to shoot with this based on the fact that I have no ammo for it. This little tiny Ziploc is all the slugs, the approved slugs that I have, and I'm not for any reason going to feed this unapproved ammunition because I don't want to be accused of breaking it. Every time there's a failure, they're always like, oh, you fed it some random shit and it broke. I'm like, no, this is what you said to do. 100% loaded back up. I've already kind of sussed out what kind of energy that I'm going to be making with this platform. All I want to do for you gentlemen is waste ammo. I know that I don't have very much of it to waste for you, but I definitely want to go ahead and spend all that I have so that we can at least verify and validate the reliability of this platform for the user base. I mean, at the end of the day, what's the number one rule of Grandpa's gun? Has to shoot. Quick top up right about where she was before. Fill probe right in the dirt. Pretty much the way I always do it. Let's throw some ammunition in this thing and make it dangerous. Just like it oughta. Get this thing out of here. And fire. And fire. And fire. Shit works good. 2600 PSI, second magazine attempt. Shit runs. Okay. Okay. Right around 2000 PSI. Now I'm actually surprised this didn't dump. Let's be smart about this. It's actually giving us a good day. Let's fill it back up and dump the last mag. Final magazine. Let's give that left-hand target some love. This pin is wanting to work itself out. All right, so that was exceptionally gratifying. Not only did the rifle work 100% of the time we squeezed the trigger, but we used 100% open sights the entire time. So no optic, no scope, no nothing, and pretty much drilling a 4-inch group at bullseyes 25 yards. If you're in the hallway, you're effective with iron sights. I can't say it well enough. This is a good setup, and I do like it. I'm very happy to see that the 9mm gave us some redemption today at the range, as opposed to the absolute frustration we saw with the 9mm Mini. It's just that trigger group. If you polish the trigger blade and give the O-ring inside the barrel a tiny little bit of grease, things will work so much better in your life with the S45. I think it's going to be a great place to go ahead and end today's episode. But if you like today's episode, give it a thumbs up. You want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe for more with that notifications button so that you can stay current on the channel as well as when these videos come out. If you really like what you saw today, make sure you share it so that other people can see it. And I'll catch you boys in the next one.